Join me as I take on the challenge of turning my finances around using only side hustles. Can I really make it work? I've been there, struggling to make ends meet, feeling like I'm drowning in debt, and wondering if I'll ever be able to catch up. It's a stressful and overwhelming experience, but it's also a great motivator. For me, the wake-up call came when I realized I was barely scraping by, living paycheck to paycheck, with no savings to fall back on. I knew I had to make a change, and that's when I started exploring the world of side hustles. I'd always been interested in finding ways to earn extra money, but I never had the time or energy to pursue it. But when you're in a financial hole, you find a way to make it work. I started researching different side hustles, reading blogs, watching YouTube videos, and talking to friends who had successfully turned their passions into profitable ventures. I was excited to learn more and start making some extra cash. The problem was, I had a main job that took up most of my time, so I had to find side hustles that I could realistically fit into my schedule. I considered freelancing, selling products online, and even renting out a room on Airbnb. The possibilities seemed endless, but I knew I had to focus on something that aligned with my skills and interests. I didn't want to waste time on something that wouldn't generate enough income or fulfill my goals. As I began to explore these options, I faced another challenge: balancing my side hustles with my main job. It was tough to juggle both, especially when I had to work long hours at my main job and then come home to work on my side hustles. There were times when I felt like giving up, when it seemed like I was putting in too much effort for too little return. But I kept pushing forward, convinced that it would all pay off in the end. I tried my hand at freelancing, offering my writing services to clients on freelance platforms. I also started selling products online, using social media to market my wares. It wasn't easy, and there were plenty of late nights and weekends spent working on my side hustles. But slowly, I started to see some traction. The more I worked on my side hustles, the more I realized how much potential they had. I started to see that I could actually make a decent income from them, and that thought was incredibly motivating. I began to pour more time and energy into my side hustles, and that's when things started to take off. One of my side hustles, freelance writing, started to gain traction. I landed a few big clients, and my income from writing started to supplement my main job salary. It was a game changer for me, and I felt like I was finally getting somewhere. That moment of success was a turning point for me. It showed me that all my hard work was paying off, and that I could actually turn my finances around using side hustles. I felt a sense of pride and accomplishment, and I knew I had to keep pushing forward. As my income from my side hustles grew, I started to feel more confident about my financial situation. I was able to pay off some of my debt, build up my savings, and even start investing in my future. It was an incredible feeling, knowing that I was in control of my finances. To maintain that momentum, I had to stay focused and keep working hard. I continued to nurture my side hustles, always looking for ways to improve and grow. I set clear goals for myself, both short-term and long-term, and I made a plan to achieve them. I also made sure to track my progress, celebrating my successes and learning from my failures. It's been a journey, and there have been ups and downs along the way. But I'm proud to say that I've made significant progress, and my financial situation is much more stable today. I've learned the importance of being proactive, taking calculated risks, and staying committed to my goals. If I had to summarize the key lessons I've learned, I'd say it's all about being intentional with your time and energy. You have to find side hustles that align with your passions and skills, and be willing to put in the work to make them successful. It's not always easy, but it's worth it in the end. My life has changed dramatically since I started pursuing side hustles. I feel more confident, more in control, and more hopeful about my financial future. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm on the right path, and that's all that matters. If you've got your own side hustle story, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on managing your finances, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing my top 5 budgeting hacks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.